It's about to come up. It's about to come up. The summer sunset is coming right now.
Oh, right there.
Yeah. You never do that?
Come on, DJ H. You a DJ, man. I was born in '87. Come on, man. You got to do
No excuses.
baby.
Nah. Summer sunset in the gut.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Your car, you gonna have to teach him some stuff, man.
It's the youngest. Go teach the youngest. Go teach the youngest.
Hey, man, you're never too young to learn something, man.
You and Mike are homies. I want to be at the same level.
Which button press?
Your own set. Right now, this is the YouTube edition. You never knew they said your name, but now today I just learned.
Fuck with me, kid.
That's what we need to see. Come on, give us some zigga zigga, man. There we go.
I'm changing that now.
Let's step over for a second and talk about this. So that's cool, man. So now y'all getting to see the musical side of Karl Kani. Y'all seen a lot of the fashion. So when these songs come out and they're endorsing you, how does it make you feel like at that time? You know, because it was heavy. You was definitely heavy, but
Yeah.
how did it make you feel? Like you didn't have to pay for those things, did you?
No.
Because a lot of people might think you had to pay for that stuff.
No, that was all done out of love for the culture,
Right.
and we embraced each moment that came our way, and definitely appreciated it. You know what I mean? Because like these artists could have mentioned any brand they wanted to mention,
Right.
but I think when something is so real and legit, I guess in music writing form, you talk about what's real and what's reality in your life at the time, and Karl Kani was it. We were the cloth for the hip hop culture, and you know, we just feel really good that we was able to open the doors up for some of the young kids out there who want to get to the fashion world. And I tell people all the time, like sometimes it takes somebody who just looks like you to achieve something. Like imagine there was a kid from the inner city who started making toothpaste and
Right.
marketed towards hip hop and blew up, right?
Right.
Just imagine, became a millionaire.
Right.
Do you know how many kids right now will want to go start their own brand of toothpaste?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they see you and they're like, man,
Right.
he's just like me. So the same thing with fashion. Like I think a lot of people saw this Karl Kani from Brooklyn. He talks just like me. He looks like me. And like, yeah, if he could do it, I could do it too. And so that's kind of the energy we want to spread.
So what was the highest point? What was the highest point? When did you go from being independent to getting the major backing and really being a major player out there? When did that happen? What year was that?
Like 1991. We teamed up with Cross Colors,
Right.
and they had financial backer behind them, so we decided to join forces together. You know, we was already doing our thing, hustling, working out of our apartment, just, you know, we was just going door to door, hustling clothing, street. We just took what we learned from the streets and applied that to the fashion world. And they was able to put some money behind us, and the first week together with them, we got a $3 million order from the store called Merry Go Round, which was the biggest retail urban streetwear store back then. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They own Sid's Pants.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Who did that? Stephen Chase? Stephen Chase wrote that order?
No, I think it was Eric Weichel and Tommy and these other guys like that.
Right?
Yeah, I never heard his name, yeah.
Chase was the urban buyer
Okay.
for all of them.
Yeah.
But that's great. So how many different brands do you feel you inspired after? Everybody or?
Everybody. Why I say
Do they
that?
give you the credit, do you think? Do they
Yeah, they do.
They do?
They do, yeah. I think love is shown.
Right.
Love is definitely shown. And not only that, too, you got to look at, it's more than just myself. You got to look at how we impacted the industry. before us, there was no black salespeople.
Okay.
There was no black stylists.
Okay.
There's no black buyers in stores.
Right.
You know, we brought on an all-black sales force.
Right.
You know what I mean? I brought some of my homeboys in, and the people that worked for me then went on to work for Sean John, Rockaware, Iniche, Academics.
Right.
You know, you name them, they all took some type of cloth from somebody that was born from the Karl Kani. My man Greg Mack, he runs Adidas right now.
Okay.
You know, like, the list just goes on and on. Everybody who kind of went through the school of Karl Kani went out there to do their thing. So we feel really good about that.
So this design here, classic design, how did that come about?
Yeah,
Was that something you always kind of did early and just said, I'm going to make this?
No, not at all, not at all. Well, you know, that goes into, if I would tell you the story of how I started getting into fashion, you know, my dad, I was born in Costa Rica.
Okay.
My dad's Panamanian, and when we came to the States, my dad used to get his clothes made by a tailor. So I used to watch the process and go with him to Manhattan, buy his fabric, and then we used to go back to Flatbush, Brooklyn, and his tailor used to make his clothes. So I kind of saw the process of how that used to happen. So my mom and my dad got divorced. We ended up moving to East New York in the projects. And that was my first take as to how important fashion was to the kids in the streets. Because when I went outside the first day to meet the kids, I had some sneakers on and some shorts that I thought was cool. And it was like, the first day meeting the kids in the shop, I said, it's like, yo, shorty, what kind of sneakers you got on? I said, these are Skips. They say, man, get the fuck out of here. Them shits is whack. Them shits come from the grocery store, bro. You better get out of here with that shit. So I went home crying to my mom. I was like, Mom, look, these kids out here making fun of my clothes. They said you bought my stuff from the grocery store. I need some money to buy some clothing. My mom's from the island. She was like, boy, you better go out there and get yourself a job. You get one pair of sneakers for the year, you good. You better be good with that. So I refused to go back out there again to get this. So I found me a newspaper route. And that's how I started getting money to get clothing and stuff like that. But me and all my friends used to shop at the same stores. So finally, when I finally got the outfit, I bought me a pair of Pumas and a campus shirt and shorts. So when I went back out to the same mall, dude was like, shorty got the fresh Pumas on. I was accepted.
Right.
So that feeling of feeling accepted meant everything to me in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured.
And at what age was this around?
I was like 13.
Okay.
I realized how important fashion was to the kids in the city.
Right.
So from then on, I knew like fashion is my calling. Like, I knew that feeling of feeling accepted. Like, I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I thought about my dad's tailor one day. I was like, man, if I make an outfit with my dad's tailor, none of these kids will have this stuff on. Like, I'll be something different. So I made an outfit with him, and when I wore it around the way, everybody's like, yo, shorty, where'd you get that from? I made a linen suit, but I made it a little baggier.
Right.
Because that fit wasn't in the stores. But I knew what we wanted, but it wasn't in the stores. So I made what we was looking for.
And this is at 13?
No, this is a couple years down the line. This is about 15, 16.
Okay.
About 15, 16 now. And when I wore it, everybody's like, yo, where'd you get that from? So instead of telling them, I was like, yo, if you want one, I'll make you one. Right. So I started selling clothes to a lot of the hustlers in the projects. Everybody back then was hustling. Right. So I was getting their money, and I was making them outfits. And that's how...
When did you decide to put your signature?
Yeah, I'm going to get to that. No, I'm going to lead up to that.
Okay.
So one day we was in the park, and this dealer named Joe walked by, had one of my outfits on. I was bragging to these girls saying, yo, I made that outfit for him. It's like, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. They didn't believe me. They said, tell him come over here then.
Right.
So he comes over. She's like, this girl named Key, she's like, who made your outfit? He's like, Carl made it. Why, what's up? She's like, can I see your jacket? He takes it off. He shows it to her. She's looking at it. She's like, yeah, well, if Carl made it, how come his name ain't on it then? And that's when it hit me. She's being a smart aleck, but she was right. I wasn't putting no name in the clothes. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just making clothing. No name, nothing. You know what I'm saying? When she said that, I started thinking I should put my name in the clothing. And that's when I went home and I started thinking of a name for my brand. And my father had changed our last name to Williams when we moved to the States because he wanted us to have American last name. My family's last name was Casanova. Okay. And Carl Williams Jeans just didn't really have a good ring to it. Right. Can I, was a question I used to ask myself all the time, can I be successful? Right. Can I come from the inner city and build a clothing brand? I didn't know the answer to that question, but I knew every day we had to answer it. So I decided to call myself Karl Kani, and every day we have to answer that question, yes I can. And that's where the signature came about, was Kani was something just to finalize a clothing design. My signature is like, now it's complete.
Right. We're gonna get back to some selections. Karl Kani, we're gonna come back to some more questions.
Let's do it. All right, so let's go with Eminem. Eminem with Dr. Dre. What's his name? Eminem.